I banned my niece and nephew from my baby's room. My husband's brother Jake and his 2 kids come over to our house like 3 times a week. His daughter is 2.5 and his son just turned 5. I actually don't mind having them over because they're cute kids and I want them to have a good relationship with our baby. We've set up our whole house to be kid-friendly. We have this big backyard with a swing set and sandbox. The living room has a toy bin full of blocks and cars and dolls. We even cleared out half the basement so they could run around and play tag or whatever without breaking anything. But every single time they visit, they end up in my 7-month-old daughter Ella's room. They'll go upstairs, open her door, and just start pulling everything off the shelves. Board books scattered everywhere, stuffed animals thrown around, her little clothes yanked out of the dresser drawers. The worst part is Jake just follows them in there and sits on the floor watching. He doesn't stop them or redirect them to the play areas. He just sits there on his phone while his kids destroy my baby's room. Then, when it's time to leave, they all just walk out and leave the mess. I'm stuck picking up books and reorganizing everything while trying to keep my own baby from crawling into the chaos. It takes me like 30 minutes to put everything back every time they visit. I've been dealing with this for 2 months now and it's driving me crazy. Last Saturday was the breaking point. Jake brought the kids over and within 10 minutes I heard them running upstairs. I followed them and found them in Ella's room again. They'd pulled every single book off her bookshelf. Her son had opened her closet and was throwing shoes everywhere. The daughter was trying to climb into the crib. Jake was just sitting in the rocking chair scrolling through Instagram. I stood in the doorway and said, "Hey, can we play downstairs instead? Ella's room isn't really a play area." Jake barely looked up and said, "Oh, they're fine. They like it up here." I tried to stay calm. "Yeah, but they're making a huge mess and I just organized everything yesterday." He shrugged. "Kids are messy. That's just what they do." Then his son knocked over this special lamp my mom gave me for Ella's room and it shattered. Jake finally stood up and said, "Oops, sorry about that. Boys will be boys though, right?" He didn't even offer to replace it or help clean up the glass. That's when I completely lost it. I told Jake and the kids they needed to leave Ella's room immediately and that from now on, the upstairs was off limits during visits. Jake got all defensive, saying I was being uptight and that kids need to explore. I said they can explore the 3 other areas I specifically set up for them, not my baby's private bedroom. He called me controlling and said his kids felt unwelcome now. I told him they're welcome everywhere except Ella's room.